summary. The overall theme of this program was designing and leading your university to the desired future, to the future that you desire, which is probably outlined in your university strategic plan. So very quickly, we had 31 participants from 6 ASEAN countries. Most of them were Filipino. The countries not represented were Laos, Myanmar, Singapore, and Brunei. There were 3 of us from Singapore who were facilitators, and we had 5 online sessions with 7 resource persons, plus 2 alumni presentations. And this whole online presentation was supplemented by a whole number of readings and asynchronous videos for you to listen to and watch in your own time. Then recently we had 3 days of face-to-face in IPB University in Bogor. And over there we had visits to IPB Museum, the Agribusiness and Tech Park, the Science Techno Park, the Rumah Tempe, Indonesia, and the shop at Sarampi Botani in the Botani Mall. Okay, so a very brief overview. Now here is who is 𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗗, because he was our first presenter. He was the first presenter on talking about future readiness. Right, now you remember him. Okay, he had a very large number of slides, very colorful, talking about how to get ready and try to read trends in the future. Then you drive change. How do you drive change? And one of the main speakers we had on this was Dr. Roman, former president of UPB system. And she gave a very, very good session on how she looked at the future and decided how she's going to change her university, regardless of obstacles from students and faculty. And then we had a session on horizon scanning, how to scan the horizon using SWOT and PASTEL by Associate Professor 𝗙𝗂𝘁𝗂𝘁. Then we had the leadership and change session by Professor Tan Tahyong and Professor Zulkifli Abdul Razak from the Islamic University. So that was on leadership and change. And then in Bogor, we had in-person one, not online, on bridging tradition and innovation by Dr. Arif Satria, and also, interestingly, how to raise the profile of IPB University and also to increase its rankings, improve its rankings. And then we had community-based learning, community-based education by Dr. Intan Azura last Tuesday, and teaching entrepreneurship, an introduction to teaching entrepreneurship by Mr. 𝗙𝗚𝗔𝗗. Following which we had alumni experience sharing by 2 alumni. And just earlier on, we had the use of AI in education. You saw Prof. Wenky's session on how to introduce the idea of AI into students and faculty, what principles you have to follow, and a demonstration by Associate Professor Rebecca. So this is to recap what you've done. So in developing this whole program, I'm very grateful to CRCA, Dr. Ramos, Stoics, Rachel, the IT team particularly for getting it all done, and the admin team. The head foundation, Mr. Vignesh Naidu, who gave the opening address, and Ms. Michelle Leong, who has been with us all the way. IPB University Rector and Vice Rector, and the whole of the IPB team who were there with us, helping us and organizing everything from transport to the visits to the lecture theater. Everything that they did was to make things very, very seamless. And I want to thank the resource persons as well, the 7 resource persons. And of course, our facilitators, Professor 𝗙𝗂𝘁𝗁 and Rebecca Lim of the Singapore University of Social Sciences. And of course, the president of SUSS, who was one of the resource persons as well. And of course, I want to thank all the participants who were very keen to learn and to participate. So thank you all. for making this program possible.